Jericho Appreciation Society. For over 5 weeks, the recognized symbol of excellence of sports entertainers.
Introducing the next competitor, Brian Ospreay.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite Road Rager for June the 15th, 2022. Yeah, man, overall, man, this is a really fun show. A stacked show at that, too, man. We had a lot of New Japan talent showing up tonight, promoting the Forbidden Door that's next Sunday. We also had a great main event with the ladder match, the AEW World Tag Team ladder match with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and the Young Bucks. Hardy Boys were supposed to be a part of that match, but, you know, they couldn't because of Jeff's DUI arrest, which caused him to be suspended from AEW without pay. But it still turned out to be a great ladder match in the main event. And then Christian Cage turning heel, coming out right after the match, right after the Young Bucks won the tag team titles, right after the Young Bucks became the new tag team champions. Christian Cage came out and just took out Jungle Boy, heel turn. And so I saw it coming from the start, dude. I saw it coming from the start. And it was his plan. That ladder match was his plan. And so, yeah, man. So, I cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait to see what's next with Christian Cage and his heel turn. And Christian, he works better as a heel, in my opinion. He works better as a heel. We also had a great match with Will Ospreay and Dax Harwood. That was probably one of the best matches of the night. Overall, man, really great show. So this is the AEW Dynamite review for June the 15th, 2022, Road Rager. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm here each and every single week. We're live in St. Louis, Missouri. And our first match of the night was the hair versus hair match. And it was Chris Jericho, the Wizard Chris Jericho with the Jericho Appreciation Society in his corner. So that's Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager versus Ortiz with Eddie Kingston in his corner. Mr. Regal was on commentary. Great back and forth match. And a great way to start off the show, man. And the crowd, man, they were hyped. The crowd were on their feet for this match. And then another thing that I saw, man, Jericho, his tights, I was paying attention to his tights. Those are the same exact tights that I have. You know, I had a wrestling match this past weekend on Saturday, and I got some new leather pants, and so I just chose to get leather pants. And so those were the same ones that Jericho was wearing, so I popped for that. And so, yeah, in the moment, I didn't know that it was the same one that Jericho was wearing, but, yeah, I popped when I saw the leather pants. We almost had a botched top rope hurricanrana from Jericho that could have ended badly, but Ortiz had turned it around and hit a powerbomb on Jericho from the top rope. And then a brawl had broke out with the JAS and Eddie Kingston, you know, because the JAS got involved in the match and all that stuff. And so Santana and Wheeler Yuta came out to save Eddie Kingston. And so, yeah, man, Kingston got in the ring behind the referee's back and hit Jericho with a spinning back fist. And I thought that was it. And then Jericho, of course, had kicked out. And then we had Fuego del Sol. He was ringside. He showed up. I think he came from under the ring. And he had Floyd the Bat. He got in the ring and he hit Kingston with Floyd the Bat. And so Jericho had pinned Eddie Kingston for the 1-2-3. And so, yeah, so Jericho wins the match. And, yep, he wins the match. And Ortiz has to shave his head bald. Okay, guys, earlier I said Fuego del Sol hit Kingston with the bat. Fuego hit Ortiz with the bat. And Jericho pinned Ortiz to win the match. I said Eddie Kingston because, you know, he was in the ring. But Jericho pinned Ortiz, and Fuego hit Ortiz with the bat, with Floyd the bat. So, yeah, let's get back to the video. And so yeah, I was like, what? I was like, Fuego del Sol joining the Jericho Appreciation Society. I was like, how in the world is he gonna fit? Like, how is he gonna fit with them? And so yeah, so they were celebrating on the stage. Fuego. I'm using Fuego in quotation marks. Fuego. So yeah, they were celebrating on the stage. Fuego and the JAS, Jericho and Hager. They were celebrating on the stage, and so Fuego, he unmasked himself, and it wasn't Fuego del Sol. It was Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara was wearing Fuego del Sol's ring gear. Sammy Guevara, he's back. Sammy Guevara, he's back with Jericho and Hager, former Inner Circle. I was like, wow. I thought he wasn't gonna come back, based off of what he's doing right now. So right after the match, Eddie Kingston, he had grabbed the microphone, he had spoke. Ortiz, he had clippers, and then he had scissors in his hands, and so he was, shaving his own head bald, and then while he was shaving his head bald, he was bleeding. So I think he must have accidentally cut himself because he was bleeding. And then Ortiz kept saying blood and guts over and over and over again, blood and guts, blood and guts. And so yeah, man, so that was it with that. Now that Sammy joined the JAS is stronger than ever now. They got Sammy and Ty Conti. Ty Conti was announced as a newest member of the JAS later on that night. This was a great way to start off the show, man. And so right after that, we had the 20-on-1 handicap match, and it was Wardlow versus the 20 Plaintiffs with Smart Mark Sterling in the 20 Plaintiffs corner. Wardlow, he has new theme music, and the theme music sound really cool, man. I love the new theme music. Yeah, Mikey Ruckus, man, he is doing a great job, bro. He is doing a great job with these theme music for AEW. Wardlow, he had pinned 3 and 4 guys at one time, and he kept hitting powerbomb symphonies on everybody, and so he won the match, obviously. Wardlow wins the match. And so right after the match, Wardlow, he tried to attack Smart Mark Sterling, but Dan Lambert, he had interrupted.
Mess with one member of ATT, and the rest of the team messes with you. So my advice, you look over your shoulder, pal, because they might be coming from that locker room, from a skybox like this. Hell, there just might be a couple legendary UFC champions sitting in the front row right now. Matt Hughes, Tyron Woodley, get in that ring and take out the garbage.
Wow. Two of the baddest men in the world, I can promise you that.
Right, Hughes and Woodley.
Tyron Woodley and Matt Hughes.
You get in there and take out the garbage right now.
Popping the rail after they just saw Wardlow wipe out 20 men.
I said right now.
Tyron Woodley and Hughes coming to the ring, instructed by Dan Lambert to take out the garbage.
You boys are from St. Louis, right? I think, as a fellow, hard-working Midwesterner, I know you boys are smarter than to take orders from some rich asshole up in a skybox.
Oh.
So we can fight. We can fight if you want. But something tells me we're cut from the same cloth.
Interesting point. I can see
Oh.
that. Mark Sterling is...
Threw him into Wardlow. Oh, man.
Right to Wardlow. He would send Sterling into the waiting hands of Wardlow, who now, the red, white, and
Armand
blue.
Symphony. Right after that, we had the match of the night. One of the matches of the night. We had Dax Harwood. Dax Harwood, who is one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions and the AAA World Tag Team Champions, versus Will Ospreay, who is the IWGP, the new IWGP United States Champion, and the Rev Pro British Champion. But Will Ospreay, he was wearing the Pro British title because the IWGP United States Championship, it was stripped from Juice Robinson. I believe it was stripped from Juice Robinson, but Juice Robinson is not. I think he was at home, and so yeah, the title wasn't there at New Japan Pro Wrestling to be handed to Will Ospreay or presented to Will Ospreay. So that's why Will Ospreay was wearing the Pro Championship, the Pro British Championship. Crowd was split for this match, dude. Crowd was split. The crowd was electrified for this match too. This match right here, this was near fall after near fall. Dax, he had a slingshot powerbomb to Ospreay, which looked wicked, man. And so to end the match, we had Will Ospreay hit his finishing move, the running elbow to the back of Dax Harwood's head to win the match. I forgot what he called the move, but he hit the running back elbow, or the running elbow to the back of Dax's head to win the match. So therefore, Will Ospreay wins the match. And so right after that, we had the rest of the United Empire. They came out, and then, they came out and they were about to attack Dax Harwood, but Cash Wheeler, Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, they came out to save Dax. And, you know, Orange Cassidy, his music had hit. And so he came out and he went in Will Ospreay's face. And so they were staring at each other. And so Will Ospreay, he looked like he was about to do something, but we had Dax, Cash, Trent, and Rocky. They stood by Orange's side. And so Ospreay, he just rolled out the ring. And so that was pretty much it. We do have a match. It was announced that we do have a match on the Forbidden Door with Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy, so that should be really good. Right after that, we had a vignette of Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi. They had a face-to-face later on that night.
I've been big game hunting New Japan Pro Wrestling. I've been going after the biggest, the baddest. Naito, Nagata, Suzuki, Ishii. I've been going after them all, and the biggest one, the last one that I've been looking for 2-3 years, Tanahashi.
After Moxley achieved success at Windy City Riot, he called out Hiroshi Tanahashi. He said Tanahashi has been ducking him for 3 years.
It's more than just a match for the interim world title. It's a match between two guys who have been really on a collision course to face each other.
Punk's entry added a lot of intrigue because all of a sudden we don't have a healthy champion.
I can't run no more. I can't hide no more. The way I see it right now, I'm the best wrestler on planet Earth. I am the Forbidden Door.
Right after that, we had the face-to-face. We had the face-to-face between Moxley and Tanahashi. This is really good. And then it got interrupted by Jericho and Jericho Appreciation Society.
I've been chasing you for a long, long time, my man. And now finally, here you are in all your glory, Hiroshi Tanahashi. I chased you across Japan on bullet trains. I chased you across the Pacific. New Japan strong, wrestling Kenta in an empty warehouse. All that time, all that work from day one with New Japan. It's always been about you, Tanahashi. Because there are a lot of championships in this business. There are a lot of belts, a lot of titles, a lot of tournaments, but there is only one man that they call Ace, and that's you.
Well, there's an Ace Austin. We have the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin. So yeah, we have some aces in wrestling.
They call you Ace. You are the man they call Ace, but not for long. Because it is a fact. It is not a catchphrase when I tell you that right now I am the best professional wrestler on this planet. A lot of people are just pretending. I live it night in and night out. And there's a hell of a lot more on the line at Forbidden Door on June 26th than that AEW World Championship belt. There's a hell of a lot more on the line. Everything is on the line for me. Everything I've worked for 3 years. Everything I have blood, sweat, and tears given up for. Everything that I've tried to forge myself into for 3 years to become. It is all on the line. And for you, your busted neck, your busted knees, your life, your health, everything that you are is on the line because Tanahashi, I play for keeps.
Oh. Got the microphone.
When the dust settles at Forbidden Door, Tanahashi-san, you are gonna call me Ace.
Oof. So yeah, and that's when the Jericho Appreciation Society came out, and you know Jericho was talking. Jericho was saying that he deserves a spot in the interim world championship match. You know, he beat Tanahashi when they were in Japan. And when Jericho was the world champion and all that stuff. And so Jericho, he sent the JAS to go attack Moxley and Tanahashi. And then we had Suzuki-gun. So that was Lance Archer and El Desperado from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And so they attack Tanahashi and Jon Moxley.
Let me introduce to you the newest members of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Sammy and Ty.
The Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and the lovely Ty Conti.
We are Los Tres sex gods. Hell, they'll have sex anytime, right, guys?
Oh, God, don't encourage them. The tongues will come out.
Now let me introduce you these two killers. Lance Archer, Desperado from the Suzuki-gun in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Why are they here? Because they're on loan from their leader, Minoru Suzuki.
We saw Archer,
who by virtue of Tony Khan will be teaming for the first time ever with Chris Jericho at the Forbidden Door.
Oh, yeah. Trios match.
Jericho, Suzuki, Sammy Guevara versus Mox's little bitch boy, Wheeler Yuta. His other little New Japan young boy, Shota Umino. You like him? Don't forget I beat him up at the Tokyo Dome in front of his stupid father, Red Shoes the ref. Jericho, Suzuki, Guevara versus Yuta, Shota Umino, and because I can't wait to get my hands on him again, that piece of trash, Eddie Kingston. And that's
Here comes Eddie. And then they faces came out.
Here, Kingston charging in with Wheeler Yuta. Look at this, Ortiz.
A bald Ortiz. Oh man.
Just cleared out the Jericho Appreciation Society.
ahead of not only Forbidden Door, but ahead, of course, of Blood and Guts. We saw Lance Archer team with Suzuki, the main event. Oh my God!
Sammy Guevara carrying his loved one out of here.
Oh wait, Tanahashi the fling with the Desperado. Tanahashi and Moxley have cleared the ring, but remember, they will face off at Forbidden Door Sunday, June 26th on pay-per-view for the interim AEW World Champion.
So yeah, that was it with that, man. So we have a series of matches, man. So right after that, we had Darby Allin and Bobby Fish, a vignette. So they have a little match coming up too.
Riley, you took out the only person in this company that's like family to me.
Oh.
It sounds a little sick, I get it, but my mind just keeps going back to that sound of Sting's ankle bone snapping, and it's euphoric to me.
Now I'm gonna do the same exact thing to you.
Darby Allin, make sure you get your makeup done just right.
I am going to break your leg.
Get those nails painted and jump your stupid little ass on that skateboard, and you bring yourself this way, because I can promise you, you will not be happy with the way this turns out.
Friday at Rampage, you're gonna watch me do the same exact thing to Bobby.
And so right after that, Tony Schiavone, he was backstage, he interviews Tony Storm.
We are back on Road Rager here on Dynamite. Tony Storm one-on-one a little bit later on against Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D.
Brittany, you're a dentist. That means you've studied. That means you know things. That means you're a smart woman. I dropped out of school when I was 15 years old, and even I am not stupid enough to play the kinds of games that you are. We've all seen you. We've all seen what you bring to the table, Britt. But right here, this is the skill set of a champion. This is the criteria of a world champion. This is what it's gonna be. And I'm gonna take the women's division to where it should be. We've all seen the D.M.D. Oh, we've all seen it. But what we want to see is Toni Storm, world champ.
And so right after that, we had the All Atlantic Championship qualifying tournament match. And it was all ego, Ethan Page versus Miro, the Redeemer, Miro. So Page, he worked on Miro's shoulder the entire time. And then Miro fought back, and then Miro had took out Dan Lampert. And so to end the match, Miro, he had the Machka kick, followed up by the game over submission move to Page to win the match. So therefore, Miro wins the match and will go on to the Forbidden Door to fight in the Fatal 4-Way match for the All-Atlantic Championship. Right after that, we had a vignette with Dante Martin.
This week on Rampage, I go one-on-one with John
God
Moxley.
dang.
And now a lot of people are looking at this as a potential victory. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing the word potential, because that's all I've been labeled as.
It's not about Dante Martin's potential. It's about time everybody caught up.
Mox luxuriating in violence here, and the paradigm shift.
When stars like Jon Moxley go down, it is going to be people like me who take his spot. So this Friday on Rampage, a new star is going to be born, and that star is Inhuman.
Jon Moxley. Meet Inhuman, Dante Martin.
Man, he is not going to be Jon Moxley. You must be out of your mind. If you couldn't beat him the first time, what makes you think you're going to beat him now? I love the confidence, but, dude, you are not going to beat Jon Moxley. But, yeah, that was it with that. So they have a match on Rampage. Right after that, we had Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D., who is the Women's Owen Hart Tournament winner, with Rebel in her corner and Jamie Hayter in her corner versus Toni Storm. So, yeah, we had a lot of interferences in this match. And then Rosa, she had came out and she chased off Hayter. And then at one point, dude, Toni Storm, dude, she had a hip attack that freaking knocked Britt Baker out, man. Almost knocked her head off. And so, yeah, Britt, dude, she was out. It looked like she was out, man. Like, she was not responding. And so the crowd, it was silent. The crowd was silent for a bit. And so Baker, she was playing possum the entire time. She had me fooled, though. She had me fooled. I was relieved that she was okay, man. She was okay. But, yeah, that was a scary spot, man. And so to end the match, Storm, she had to Storm 0 to Baker to win the match. So, therefore, Toni Storm wins the match. And so right after the match, Thunder Rosa came out and she held her championship up in the air. Right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews Stokely Hathaway, the publicist of Jade Cargill, the TBS champion.
Yes, we are here with Stokely Hathaway.
Breaking news this Friday on Rampage, the TBS champion Jade Cargill has issued an open challenge. I will be making my commentary debut. Yes, I will be getting 2 paychecks in one night, which is why I'm the best at what I do. So, oh my God. Yes.
Willow
yes.
Nightingale.
I know what you're here for. I love the look. I love the afro. I had one too back in the day. You want to be a baddie? Yeah, I got some Capri Suns.
No. I don't want to be a baddie. Come on, get it together. You don't remember? You really don't remember me. No. Willow Nightingale? We worked together, we crossed paths so many times in the past. But you mustn't remember because you're so far paying attention to everybody else, chasing their success, clapping for them and their successes. Well, I'm trying to prove myself. See, this Friday on Rampage, I want to accept Jade's open challenge for the TBS championship.
One thing, with all due disrespect, that's crazy as
Oh,
hell.
disrespect.
But I'll see you on Friday, Wilma.
It's Willow. Let's go back to the ring.
With all due disrespect. Right after that, we had Hangman Adam Page. He spoke.
With Forbidden Door just around the corner last week, I called my shot, and I said I wanted a match with Kazuchika Okada. And I didn't just want the match with Okada, I wanted to challenge him for his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And well, as a self-professed occasional dumbass, I didn't take into account that by Forbidden Door he may not still be champion. And lo and behold, this weekend Okada lost that championship. Funny life. But the sentiment has not changed. And the challenge still stands. Because at Forbidden Door,
Whoa. You really are a stupid cowboy, aren't you?
Adam Cole, baby.
First of all, a huge congratulations to the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, my good friend, Jay White. Secondly, I don't know why I have to keep repeating myself, but Paige, you will not challenge for that championship at Forbidden Door. And if anyone's gonna challenge for it, it's gonna be me. Because Forbidden Door is not about AEW. Hell, it's not even about New Japan Pro Wrestling. Forbidden Door is about the undisputed elite. Forbidden Door is about the Bullet Club, and the best way to showcase that event for that championship is Adam Cole Bebe versus Jay White.
And speaking of Forbidden Door, Okada, he's not even gonna be there. But there is someone here tonight who would love to come out and say hello.
Jay White. Uh-oh. Oh, showed up from behind. Around.
Oh, the Blade Runner slamming the Blade Runner face into the canvas.
I am the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. So, Hangman, what makes you think that you call the shots? Because you couldn't beat CM Punk? You lost your AEW World Championship. Oh, and hey, buddy, our singles record, 2-0 to the Switchblade. So, if I'm gonna put my championship on the line at Forbidden Door, it's not gonna be against you, buddy.
Ooh.
But Adam, it's not gonna be against you either.
Oh.
Well, that raises a question.
Bullet Club and Undisputed Elite supposed to be thick as thieves.
Who's it gonna be?
I hold the prize. I hold the power. Because this here, this here means that the world now breathes with the Switchblade, because this is the Switchblade era.
Yeah, Jay, you got to think about this.
Well, we never got our answer, but we know the title will be at stake.
Oh, man, dude. Who you going to defend it against? So right after that, man, was the main event, and it was for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, and it was in a ladder match. So it was supposed to be a triple threat match, as I mentioned earlier, but Jeff Hardy got arrested, a DUI arrest. Therefore, he was suspended from AEW without pay. And yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about it. Hearing about Jeff Hardy's arrest and all that stuff. Whether he was drinking and driving or whether he was under the influence. I'm just getting sick and tired of hearing it, man. It's been 5, 6, 7, 8 times that we hear something like this from Jeff Hardy, man. Hopefully he gets better, because if this stuff continue to happen, man, he gonna end up hurting somebody. He gonna end up hurting somebody, or he gonna end up killing somebody. So yeah, hopefully Jeff Hardy gets healthy, man. AEW World Tag Team Championship ladder match. Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Jurassic Express, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So that's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. At one point, dude, one of the Bucks, they had drop kicked Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus was holding a ladder, and then the ladder almost went in the crowd. So that was a scary spot. This entire match, dude, we had a lot of crazy spots. And man, I would never compete in a ladder match. I do not want to compete in no ladder match, dude. And yeah, everybody went through tables and all that stuff. Everybody got slammed on ladders. Luchasaurus, he got knocked off of the top of the ladder, and he went outside the ring. He went through some tables outside the ring. We had a BTE trigger to Jungle Boy from the Bucks. And then the Bucks, to end the match, they climbed up the ladder, and they grabbed the titles, the AEW World Tag Team Championships, to win the match. So the Young Bucks wins the match and are the new AEW World Tag Team Champions, and the first ever 2-time AEW World Tag Team Champions. And so right after the match, you know, everybody was hurt, of course. Dr. Sampson, he came out and he helped out Jungle Boy. Christian Cage came out, and he came out to help Jungle Boy. And so right after Dr. Sampson got out of the ring, Christian Cage, out of nowhere, man, he hit Jungle Boy with the kill switch. I was like, at that point, I was like, here come the heel turn, here come the heel turn, here come the heel turn, and boom, the kill switch. And so yeah, so Christian Cage turned heel right in front of Jungle Boy's mom and his sister. And so yeah, man, and just like what I said earlier, man, I saw it from the start. The heel turn, I saw it from the start. And yeah, and I cannot wait to see what's next with Christian Cage. And Christian Cage, I said it earlier, man, he works better as a heel. Go back and watch his TNA run, dude, as a heel, as the instant classic Christian Cage. Great stuff, bro. That was it with AEW Dynamite Road Rager for June the 15th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. Overall, great show, really great show. Great ladder match. Great match between Ospreay and Dax Harwood. And yeah, man, the Forbidden Door, man. Forbidden Door is coming up next, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We have 2 back-to-back pay-per-views too, man. Sunday, this coming Sunday is Slammiversary. And then the next Sunday we have the joint show between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Forbidden Door. So yep, that was it with the review. And if you like this video, man, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week. And if you missed last week's review of AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. And the link to that video will be down below in the description, so make sure you click it if you missed it. I'll see you guys on Sunday for Slammiversary. Impact Wrestling is celebrating 20 years. 20 years, man. So yeah, so I'll be there on Sunday. I still got to catch up on Impact Wrestling too. I'm on the May 26th episode of Impact Wrestling. Man, I got like 1 episode left. 2 episodes left. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 episodes left and I'm all caught up. I got to watch the 26th episode of Impact Wrestling. I got to watch June the 2nd. And I got to watch the June 9th episode of Impact Wrestling. And so yeah, all that stuff need to be done before Sunday. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And yeah, man, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.